There are thousands of ways to make jollof rice, but today I'm showing you one of my go to recipes. Let's cook. I have my basmati rice here. This is about 400 grams. I will simply wash this and set it aside to use when I'm ready. Then I have my basically flavor base. So this is some locally grown red bell peppers, onion. I have my celery, which I have washed, and it's pretty old. It's about 2 weeks old, and yeah, it's a bit withered, but it will still do what it should. I have my garlic, ginger, and scotch bonnet down there. There's no tomato yet. There's no tomato for this recipe, just all the peppers and the garlic and the celery for the flavor. Then I have tomato paste, curry powder, dried thyme, stock. This is meat stock actually. You can use meat stock, chicken stock, whatever kind of stock you want. Vegetable oil for frying the pepper and all that. Then some butter or margarine. This is margarine just for that extra flavor. Salt and seasoning cube to taste. I'll basically just grind all of this into a really smooth paste. There's no light and I'm using my inverter, so that's why I'm using this small blender. This is our blended pepper mix. So let's go on with the rice. My heat is on the lowest now. So I go in with my vegetable oil. And then I like to add all my spices, those dried ones, into the oil just to help it infuse the oil and cook a little bit before I now go in with the tomato paste. So I'll just let that cook a bit. I'll let that cook for about 30 seconds. Then I'll go in with the tomato paste. So I'll just fry this for about 5 to 10 minutes. So what we're going for with this frying is a grainy look. So it would look like minced beef, but like red minced beef. So we're going for that grainy look. Once it gets to that point, we'll add the pepper. If you don't have a spatula in your kitchen, you're really missing out. This is the most useful tool you can have because it works for a lot of things. So I'm basically using this to just press down the tomato paste and spread it to help it fry faster and better. So I'm happy with this look now. I will go in with my pepper mix. So just pour that in here. I don't think I need everything. So I don't want all that splashing thing to start yet because I still want to season it a bit. So I'll add some water, just some of the pepper mix. The water I used to rinse off the blender a bit. Just so that it doesn't splash in my face as I'm adding the seasoning and everything I want to add. So I'll cover this to fry for a few minutes and then come back to season it and add the rest of my ingredients. Alright, so this has fried really well. I will now season it. So I'll season it with my seasoning cube, stock. So starting with the stock because the stock is going to add some taste to it. So this will help me judge better on how much seasoning cube I need to add just to bring it out and make it pop a lot more. So I'll let that melt into it. It was frozen, that's why it looks that way. Taste it. There. So now I know what I need to add. So I'm going to add my seasoning cube and some of the salt. So I'll just add a bit of salt to taste and some of this water. I'm not adding so much water yet because jollof rice can be very tricky and you might just add a lot more water than you need before you and by the time you realize it will be too late and your rice will get all soggy. So I'll just stick to this right now. Taste it again. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So I'll just cover it again and let it cook for about 10 more minutes again, just for that seasoning cube to enter in there. So this has cooked for about 5 minutes actually. So I'll now add my washed rice. Try not to disturb it too much. And then I'll add a little bit of water just to break the consistency a bit. So this should be enough. Okay. So just about covers the rice really. You can still see the rice, very important. So still on the lowest heat, we'll just cover that and let it simmer for about 10 minutes and we'll come back to check it. All right, so this is about 10 minutes after and you can see that is starting to cook. So if you open yours at this point and you see that the water is already drying off and it's not close to being soft, you might add a little bit of water or you can use foil paper to cover it. So yeah, This is going to be ready very soon. The rice has already kind of loosened out a bit and it's looking good. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just cover it back up. So I'm going to add the onions. This is optional. This is my mom's favorite part. She would add tomatoes and onions and stuff. I'm just using onions today. And the butter for that extra flavor. Yeah, let's just add it. I just love what it does to it, really. This is also optional. You don't need to do this part. The taste is marvelous. So yeah, our rice is basically ready now. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you. Bye.